All right, day 3, better critical thinking. So, day 3, empathize with others. Intellectual empathy requires us to think within the viewpoints of others, especially those we think are wrong. This is difficult until we recognize how often we have been wrong in the past and others have been right. Those who think differently than us sometimes possess truths we have not yet discovered. Practice in thinking within others' viewpoints is crucial to your development as a thinker. Good thinkers value thinking within from opposing viewpoints. They recognize that many truths can be acquired only when they try on other ways of thinking. They value gaining new insights and expanding their views. They appreciate new ways of seeing the world. They don't assume their perspective to be the most reasonable one. They are willing to engage in dialogue, to understand other perspectives. They don't fear ideas and beliefs they don't understand or have never considered. They are ready to abandon beliefs they have passionately held when those beliefs are shown to be false or misleading. Be on the lookout for opportunities to empathize today. Look for examples of empathetic behavior in others. Practice being empathetic. For example, whenever someone takes a position with which you disagree, state in your own words what you think the other person's saying. Then, ask the person whether you have accurately stated his or her position. Notice the extent to which others empathize with you. See whether there is a difference between what they say, I understand, and what their behavior possibly implies, that they aren't actually listening to you. Ask someone who disagrees with you to state what he or she understands you to be saying. Notice when people distort what is being said to keep from changing their views or giving up something in their interest. Notice when you do the same. By exercising intellectual empathy, you understand others more fully, expand your knowledge of your own ignorance, and gain deeper insight into your own mind. There's a saying attributed to Anonymous, "He who lives in ignorance of others lives in ignorance of himself." Here are some strategies for empathizing with others. 1. During a disagreement with someone, switch roles. Tell the person, I will speak from your viewpoint for 10 minutes if you will speak from mine. This will perhaps help us understand one another better. Afterward, each of you should correct the other's representation of your position. The part of my position you don't understand is 2. During the discussion, summarize what another person is saying using this structure. What I understand you to be saying is blah, blah, blah. Is this correct? 3. When reading, say to yourself what you think the author is saying. Explain that to someone else. Recheck the text for accuracy. This enables you to assess your understanding of an author's viewpoint. Only when you are sure you understand a viewpoint are you in a position to disagree or agree with it. That's the end of this part, but I would add a couple of observations I've had. One is that a long time ago when I was a kid in the 70s, they not only taught reading and did spell tests and stuff. I don't even know if they do those sort of things anymore, but just as important as being able to read or do proper grammar or proper spelling, we were taught more about comprehension, reading comprehension. We were tested on reading comprehension. I don't see a lot of that today. I don't know if they still teach it. I see people doing knee-jerk reactions to posts. I've done it myself, I know. But if something's important enough to make a comment on, it's important enough to actually read. So read it, think about it, read less, but think more deeply about the things you do read. Don't just do superficial stuff. And you know what? I have an old man brain, so I can't remember the second point I was going to give you, but at least figure on reading comprehension. Try to understand what you're reading. That's really seriously important for communicating with others and trying to get through the mess we're in. It's very icy and cold today. People are spinning out on the ice here, so drive careful if you're in this area. Otherwise, be safe.